Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. A bigger scale the world inhales as we go. I wouldn't want it any other way, no. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other, beyond gravel, beyond all. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy.
Good afternoon. Hello all. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much for coming and joining us for another Sunday lunchtime live. Some absolutely awesome pieces there by all you guys who contributed to the hashtag Easter egg week. So thank you very much for taking part. There'll be a video going up on YouTube later today. I think it's to go live at 5 o'clock, I believe. So everybody in the world can see all your really pieces of work. Did you find your phone?
Yep.
So again, as is Easter, got a bit of mank in my mouth. As it's Easter weekend, as it's Easter Sunday, I'm going to turn an egg. What else could be turned, really? I can't do a chick, and I can't do a rabbit because they always look like ducks. So I've got a resin blank on here that Nick chose the colours for last night.
Yeah, blame me.
What colours did we have? Apple green, sky blue, carrot orange, yellow, and crimson red. So we'll see what colours come out inside it and see how it looks. So other than that, I'm going to crack on with turning. And Nicola,
Crack on, boom, boom. Egg. No.
she's at it already. So I'm going to get on with this, and Nicola, welcome you all in.
Nah, I can't be bothered. All right, hello everyone. I don't know who is in first because obviously
Colin,
Steve's been fiddling with my laptop again, with my computer, should I say? So I should think it was Woodturning by Colin.
was Colin? That was Sid.
Sid's repurposing. Do you want to do this or are you carrying on? No, okay. Doug Miller would spin around. Good afternoon to Robert Buchanan. Oh. Don't know why it did that. Right, Robert Buchanan. Welcome. Brian, I cannot. Brian L. Tornero de Madera.
That's Brian Watkins.
Colin Izzard. Copperal Woodturning. Chris Dodds. Gary Glass. Brent Beecroft. Paul Height and the Greasy Turner. I like how everyone puts hi Nikki and Steve. They're getting in the right order.
Get him in the right category.
Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks. Might have said him actually. Just to adjust my glasses. Good afternoon to Dara. Barry's Wood Creations. Also, good afternoon, Keith Jarvis. Ruby Clare. YV Woodshed. Clint at Wood Dancers. Radar the Wood Turner. Should all be out enjoying the sun, really. Oh, will you stop it? That's Pete's fault. Good afternoon, Pete from Twisted Trees. Still blame Pete. William Kenny. Amy's on. Hiya, Amy. Graham Brown. Susie the Swiss Woodturner. Mark the Gentleman Woodturner. Happy Easter, everybody, by the way. And if we'll wish Mark a happy birthday.
Yeah, 71 today.
Norman Greenwell's on. I think we are about there. Again, like, oh, Barry Chitty's on as well. Like I say, if I've missed you, just give me a comment at the bottom and I'll give you a shout out. Wood Dude's on as well.
Right, Stephen, how you doing?
Benjamin's on.
Ben.
Rebel. Door 60.
Hi, Door.
I don't know if I said YV Woodshed, I can't remember. YV Woodshed's on.
Right, so let's get some shape on this.
Dad's on.
Hi, Dad. So I've just put a mortise. No, I haven't put mortise. I've just put a tenon on there so I can hold it in the chuck a bit better.
I can't remember if I said Douglas Mungham. Oh, and Neil M. Right, anyone I've missed, just say wait, and that's.
So if you didn't get in early enough to see the hashtag Easter egg week video that I did, I'll play it at the end, but just remind me because if not I will forget. So just put that in the centre, just going to line that back up.
Oh, Brian at Hartwood Turner. Sorry, Brian, I missed him.
Actually, Brian, she did say to me this morning,
shut up.
Because Brian never gets his links up on time, I'm going to ignore him.
Didn't say that at all. Oh, we've got someone called I Want to Make Stuff. Hi, SK Community, currently in the workshop, about to start my egg. Sorry, I missed the submission time.
Oh, man. Well, welcome everybody anyway. Right, so I've just put a tenon on the end of that, grab that in the chuck. So I'm just going to get some shape on this and we'll see what's inside it. Hopefully, I've got a feeling I might have poured the resin before it was actually starting to cure. So the colours might have blended in too much. But we'll see what happens. What's my output? Hi everyone, thanks. Give the old friend a clip for me. That's really weird.
Barry Woods Creations, how you feeling?
I'm feeling better than I did, Barry. Thank you. Still not 100%, but I'm better than I was. Thank you.
Yeah, he's definitely better than he was. Don't we know it?
So
I told you he went 71. I told you it was 72.
Oh, right.
Well, we was going to have roast lamb today, Mark, but the lamb feeds 8 people and there's only 2 of us, so we decided not to bother.
We've been dumped.
We've sort of been ditched. Right, so Brian has put, good afternoon, I'm busy in the shed making some improvements to my video system. Still not done my link for tomorrow. Not sure I can bring myself to turn resin. Oh, go on. Just once, Brian. Just once. Oh, Christine and Michael Heseltine are on as well.
Good afternoon, Michael and Christine. Hope you're both well.
Paul Finley, Woodturning at home.
Hi, Paul. Just look at the mess, Brian. Look at the mess.
Lovely. Shh, don't tell. Perhaps we should have blocked Brian from this one so he can see the mess. Yeah, so it's just ended up 2 of us, so
Just the 2 of us.
we thought we'd just do something else.
Since it's just 2 of us, we could just clear off out.
Yeah, I did think that. Mark said, got my brother and sister coming. Kim isn't nervous at all.
Has she not met him before? He's kept them in the dark, hasn't he? Right, so let's get
Mark
some
said he's
action.
53.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Don't look a day over.
So hopefully, looking at that bit there, we've got some nice colours coming through there. So hopefully we're going to get some nice patterns on the inside. I was a bit frightened that I'd pulled the resin a little bit too early and that was it just blended in one colour, but hopefully.
Tipsy Turner's on.
Hi, Tipsy. Hope everybody's having a good Easter weekend.
It was lovely yesterday, wasn't it?
That was a beautiful day. Any disadvantages? I had to do some gardening.
You didn't finish it because you've put the stuff in. You just got to put some compost in now.
We didn't have no compost.
You cut the grass. I was going to cut the grass. So we've done a bit of gardening. Had a barbie. First one of the year.
Brian will get upset.
I know it was a pity your birthday weren't this weekend. That'd have been lovely.
So, question is, do I leave a foot on this or do I turn it so it just stands on its own bottom? I think stand on its own bottom, I think.
Yeah, I do prefer them like that.
Shouldn't have done this today, should I? Because Brian will be pooing his pants now, seeing all this mess.
It's alright. I don't think he's watching much.
That's all right.
Right, Mark's got to go and sort his guests out. Take care, Mark. Have a good birthday.
See you later, mate. Have a good day.
Oh, Wood Dude's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Wood
Oh,
Dude.
happy dude. Happy birthday. I'm just going to ground that up. Key thing with resin is nice, gentle passes. If you get aggressive with it, it's going to splinter and chip. So nice, gentle. Let's just get rid of some of this. Actually, I'm going to put a line in there. Just let me know where I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to round about here somewhere.
Susie said. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go. Right, got to go. Amy said, had a lovely day today. We made chocolate cupcakes and decorated them. Ice and went everywhere. Make the most of them moments, Amy, as they soon blink and grow up. Susie said, I hope Brian will make a special clean up with Brian live show after he turns the resin so we can all see the mess he's made. Woodrush O'Connor said it's going to be hilarious. He'll be stopping every 5 minutes to tidy up.
He'll love it.
You've seen his comment. I'm horrified. You'll see he's got all these horror faces.
Look at the mess, Brian. Look at it. Look, and we're not even halfway there yet, Brian.
Ben said, "Are you looking forward to unclogging the debris every 30 seconds, Brian?"
Got to blow my nose. It's running.
Todd's put Brian will have Michelle by his side, constantly vacuuming up.
I don't have my extraction going all the time because it ends up clogging the extraction if you're not careful.
Paul put Brian will have the cleaning company on standby.
Right, so as you can see there, look, when you get a little bit aggressive, you get little chips out of it. So you just need to be a little bit.
Dara's put Brian is beefing up his extraction to a super sucker.
Super sucker.
Gary said, "I keep my resin pen blanks in the hot press. Helps prevent chipping blowouts when they are warm and toasty."
Yeah, this one's not. Well, let's say I only cast this one. What time we cast this one yesterday? 5 o'clock time?
Yeah, 4.
4 o'clock time. So.
That don't smell very good either.
It smells of almonds.
Where's our man Terry today?
He's busy cleaning his garret. He's got loads of rubbish to take to his tip, to the tip, you reckon? Sure.
Pity we weren't closer, could have gone and helped him.
Hmm. Streamers, yeah, streamers.
Michelle Higgins is on.
Hi, Michelle Higgins, how are you? Always seems to wrap itself around the chuck. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's inside this, what colours are inside it. If that comes out like that, I'll be happy bunny.
Oh, you are on it today, aren't you?
I do it without even realising.
It's because you're excellent at it. That don't smell very nice. Don't say that.
What?
Don't smell very nice.
Breathe through your mouth, not your nose.
Don't taste very nice either.
Right. So it's just getting the shape now. Got take a little bit more off this bottom edge.
Dude's upgrading his dust extraction system.
Good man.
Todd said, "Do you turn resin at the same speed or higher or lower?"
High. Speed is the key thing with resin. If you turn it too slow, you will get chipping out of it. You need to do it as fast as you can spin it, really. Then you'll get better cuts on it. If I slow it down, you'll see, if I slow it down to bowl speed, you get cuts on it, but you don't get nice cuts. So if you speed it up, you get much better cutting on it.
So Pete said, "Do the small shavings float around the workshop and settle in every corner?"
No, they don't, Pete. They stick to the lathe because they're full of static.
Gary put every nook and cranny, Pete. Douglas Mungham said, "No carrots today, Nikki." No, I can't be bothered. I really cannot be bothered. I'm doing housework instead. Well, not now, obviously, but Robert Buchanan wants to know what speed you're turning at.
I'm turning around about 2,500 RPM, I would say.
Tommy's workshop on.
Hi, Tommy.
Chris Dodd said Steve used the shavings as a nest.
And this, yeah.
Tommy's workshop says looks like you're turning grass. Careful.
It's called the wing of the gouge on the bit that was sticking out.
Steve Fleming's on.
Right, Steve, how you doing? All right, so got a feeling that bit there is not quite dry, but we'll make the most of it. Right, so we've got to get rid of this bit here.
Pritchard's got to go. He said catch up later lunchtime. Take care and stay safe, everyone.
See you later, Mark. Have a good day.
Terry Bartlett's on.
Hi, Terry.
Norman Greenwell said, Brian, get half a dozen shower curtains and cocoon yourself.
All right, so just do some shear cuts on this just to clean this up a little bit. Just got to take this down a little bit because it's a little bit uneven here. One of the disadvantages with resin is it does take the edge off your tool quite quick.
Pete said I had that problem the other day. Silly catches on the base of a bead cut. Turned out my feet were 6 inches too far right.
Yeah, I was getting too close. That was my problem. Don't taste very nice. So I'm just cleaning this up really here.
Joe Senior's on.
Hi, Joe. How are you? How's the old man? Right, so let's clean that up. Jesus, look at me. I look like a snowman. Good job you just cleaned the house.
Oh, you ain't going in.
Right, let's just clean this up and have a look at it. Just maybe, oh, I've got a little bit of a low spot there. So we'll just have to clean that with a bit of a scraper. Let's put a parting tool down there just to give us a definition finish line. Should be there somewhere. So just get a spindle gouge, just clean that in there a little bit better. Just to round that off. Just make sure we've got the right egg shape that we want. So a little bit of a hump there. A hump. So just do some shear cuts on that.
Joe
Just
said they're feeling a lot better.
Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Joe. Just get rid of that little bit of a hump out of there. And like I say, with resin, I can't stress enough, delicate cuts. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to move this tailstock out of the way. And we'll get the end shaped, I think. Oh, look at the colours in that. I didn't think you'd see that orange, but the orange has come quite nice in there.
Carrot, get it right.
Right, carrot. Maybe I didn't pour it a little bit too early. So let's just shake. Oh, I've got an air bubble in there. What's on the air bubble? So let's just shape this tip. Strange how all the blue sunk to the bottom, isn't it? Oops. Sunk to the bottom.
Barry's Wood Creation said, has Steve been behaving himself since you locked him out the other night? Was that when you went to the Woodturning Club?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always lock the door. I think I messaged you saying I'd gone to bed, didn't I?
I can't remember.
You just literally got home. He's been in really good spirits today, so that makes a nice change from being a miserable git.
Who?
You.
What have I done now?
Oh, you have been grumpy.
Well, I haven't been feeling very well, love.
I know, but we all get the brunt of it.
Oh, I could have moved out for a week.
Well, I did say you could, get your bed in your shed and
My shed.
workshop then. We think Brian's passed out, Susie said, seeing the
Why?
view from this camera, all the mess over your lathe. Quick, Michelle, you need to check on Brian, make sure he's all right.
Stand back, defib.
Roger Kent's on.
Hi, Roger. How you doing?
Pete said, I like turning resins so long as it's someone else's workshop tools and hands.
I mean, Taurus is too high now.
Paul said, back in a few minutes, guys. Just got to hide eggs around the garden before the grandchildren and great-grandchildren arrive.
Who's that?
Paul Hoyton. I did get my children a Easter egg, even though I shouldn't really have done, but I did. And the boyfriend. And I got Steve one as well. I'm not quite sure which one he's getting yet, but
The one the kids don't want, no doubt.
yeah. Well, I need to see if the youngest wants one for her fella and what he likes. He's fussy.
Got a little dot in the middle of that. So it's just refining that shape for the top now. Because since I've took a little bit off the edge of that, it's not as pointed as it was. So just need to.
Everyone's going, Brian, just look at this mess. And Brian's put Woodturning by Barry's on. By the way, Brian's put, I'm still here. You are not helping. Zara said, Brian, you'll be fine. Just get some dry sheets to rub yourself down. Gary said, okay, it's messy, but the results are worth it.
Brian not mind me thinking that. Right, let's take a bit of this off.
You'll be getting messages going, I'm not doing my live today.
All right, let's have a look at that. So I think get a lot of that now with a scraper. So let's get a scraper on it and see what shape we can get it.
Copper said, I'm nervous for Brian.
So it's just trying to get that perfect egg shape. Trouble is, no eggs are the same, are they?
Nope.
Well, they're not, are they? No two eggs
No,
are
of
the
course they're
same.
not. We said, can we see the overhead? I think that is overhead camera, isn't it?
This is overhead, Roy. Or did he say it before I changed
Probably. Woodturning by Barry said, no, that's what skew's for.
it? Get rid of some of that in there.
Todd said his eggs definitely came out different shapes. Colin said, Izzard said, can the shavings be used for anything?
I did actually do a resin blank with resin shavings in it. It's in the cupboard. So I suppose you could reuse them.
And Todd said he turned all of his eggs with a skew. It was good practice. And Pete said, I hope that isn't the skew I rescued from being used to scrape plastic, Steve.
Oh, it is. It is, Pete.
Dara put, that's the only skew Steve owns.
Right, so we've got a little bit of a low spot there, as you can see. I just need to take a little bit off of there. So we need to take a little bit off that edge, the front edge. Just better. And then it's just this middle bit. Up
Not
my
supposed to
nose.
eat it.
Went up my nose.
So this is the link for Terry's live tomorrow. That is at 1 o'clock.
Well done.
I couldn't see it. Roy said he used his new lathe for the first time and 10 times better than the old one.
Good man.
Done his yet.
He's still in contemplating, Mark Brian is.
Constipated.
No, he's contemplating.
Contemplating.
So just that little nick there, look. Little low spot. Other than that, we're there. Some nice colours in there. Actually, I'm quite pleased how that's a little hole in there. About to put a little bit of super glue in there. But like I say, I was a bit sceptical, so I thought I might have poured it too early, but it's quite nice.
David J. Heath, the Guildford Carpenters on. Good afternoon.
Hi, David. How you doing? Let's just take a little bit more out of this middle. Let's have a look at that. Hopefully that's it. So there we go. We've got it.
Pete said, Dara, he now has two. One radius grind and one straight. I'm trying to convince him that the straight skews are easier.
I think you're right, Pete. I truly think you are right. They are easier to use. And I did say that last. Actually, I'm gonna put a little bit. I did say that last weekend that I think they're easy to use, and I will be practicing a bit more with it. So I'm just gonna stick. I've just got a little tiny air bubble in there. You see, I don't know why. Ibba bubble. So I'm just gonna put a little blob of super glue in there, some thick super glue, just to fill that up. Do 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 do. So just a blob.
So you could see a grown man cry then on Monday night.
Brian.
Why is that so cheap?
I'm sure he'll be all right, won't he? He might not talk to me after Monday night, but he'll be all right. Let dry off. I'll just let it dry for a few seconds, and then I'll just turn that down, and hopefully that'll fill that hole. And the good thing is, it's super glue because it's transparent. You shouldn't really see it. Let's just get rid of that. No, not quite. Not quite. It's better. So now we can sand it. So I'm going to sand this up to 600 grit, and then we're going to use you.
Brian's put nice colours, but oh my god, what a mess.
Right, so Abranet I'm using. So I'm going to sand it from 120 up to 600 grit.
I'm surprised it didn't get lost en route, Brian, to be fair.
I'll say it's resin blank.
Yeah.
Just need to put a part a bit further down there because it's not giving me a lot of room to clean it out or sand it up, should I say. So I'll take a bit off of that now. It's better. So as anything, this is always the bit that takes the time. What's the matter?
Sorry, I sort of lost my thingy for a mouse. Brian put. Barry said, what did he put? Right, Doug Mears had to go.
See that, Doug? Not reliable, isn't it?
Find it now. He said to get rid of it or something. He said he tried to leave it at Pete's, but he caught him.
So I'm cross sanding this so we get rid of the swirls out of it. Right, so that's 120. 180 if I can find it. Where's 180? Got more over my face, I think, than anywhere else.
Stupid.
Alright, so 180. I can get out of the pack. So 180.
Someone told him to take his lathe outside. Is that why he didn't put his link on yet?
Wait for it.
He don't know what to put.
Come and watch me make a
Oh.
mess.
I'll be cross sanding it as well after that mess. Come on, Brian, it's once. You've only got to do it once. At least you can say you did it.
Your channel members want it, Brian.
Right, I've just got to pop in the house. I'll be back in a minute.
You've got to keep your channel members happy. Nick? She's gone. Alright, so 180. So as you can see in there, you get obviously the rotation marks. So cross sanding it just hopefully helps get rid of some of those. What are you eating? Alright, so that's 180. What upset Brian even more? 240. Can't hear what you're saying, Nick. Still can't hear you. Talking about fish and chips.
Boy said keep buffing today, using mother-in-law's internet. Right, Brian's getting everyone to vote.
What for? What's the vote for then?
Because loads of people have told him not to do it. So
they all blooming
he's
wanted
put,
it.
okay, let's have a vote. Benjamin put, I don't think Brian should turn the resin. He might get so angry that his heart gives out at his age. You can't say that, Ben.
It's only a bit of mess. He's retired. He's got nothing else to do other than clear up.
Brian, we've with you, Brian. There's too much good wood in the world to need to turn resin.
If you don't do it now, someone's going to want you to do it later. You might as well do it and get it done out of the way. Right, 320. Snapped. Should have got new out anyway, I think.
It says, Benjamin said, Steve, are you still planning on trying cactus juice?
I am. I just got to get some. I just begrudge paying for it, Ben, to be honest. So I am looking. You mean I've got the chamber, the vacuum chamber, ready to have a go with it. But I'm just every time I put it in my basket, I'm like, maybe another time.
Steve Fleming said you could use the shavings as packaging, especially
Ooh,
when you're selling something to Brian.
people would love that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't they?
Ben said, I really want to try it, but I'm really tight.
I just think,
by Keith is on.
like Keith, how you doing?
And Bailey Woodworks.
Hi, Bailey. I just look at the price of cactus juice and think there's other stuff I could buy for the channel rather than spending all that money on cactus juice. And to be honest, I've put wood and resin together before, and I've never had any issues without stabilizing the wood. So,
Benjamin said, what chamber did you get?
oh, just went off of eBay. I don't know the make of it. It's got an orange lid, not orange lid, orange like seal on it. It's only a cheap one. It wasn't very expensive. I think it was about 80 quid. Oh, there's no heating on there. I'm sweating my guts out. Right, 300, 320, even 400.
Well, it says 21. I'm just right temperature. Dara said, is there a resale in the UK for cactus juice?
Yeah, there is.
You have to order from the US?
There is a supplier. House of Resin does cactus juice in the UK, but that's just so expensive. I think it's about 105 quid for. I think it's a US gallon, which is 3.5 UK litres. So it's just, and I don't know whether I'll use it before it goes out of date because it's only got a certain life on it. That's my biggest concern. So as you can see now, we're getting down to the finer grits. You can hardly see those sanding lines.
I don't know whether you said it, but apparently you can get it from the House of Resin. Oh,
Yeah.
sugar.
What?
No, it's okay. I hid the chat. I don't know why. Don't know what happened there. Did you say you can get it from House of Resin or not?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm multitasking. I'm waiting for Brian to put his link up. Dara said 1 year shelf life after mixing.
Yeah, that's what I don't know whether I'll use it enough to. I mean, I used to do nothing but resin, but I don't do a lot of resin now. Should do more, really, because I think people like to see it more than wood. Right, so that's 400.
Apart from Brian.
Apart from Brian, yeah. Have I got a 500? It's 400, 240. No, 600 will be the next one if I got 600. No, I haven't got 600. I have, but it's, yeah, I don't know if it's any good, but we'll try it.
Do you need a drink or anything?
Well, I was going to show you to get me one when you went in the house, but it don't matter.
A squash.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go get you one.
You'll be lucky, Brent. So you can, if you wanted to, do wet and dry over this, just to take this up, but I'm going to use Yorkshire grit. Alright, so that's sanded up to 600. Just have a swig of my coffee. Well, it's cold, no doubt. Right, so Yorkshire grit it. I know we've taken that up to 600 now. Yorkshire grit's going to knock it back down and bring it back up, hopefully. Because obviously we've gone over our normal 240. So get a clean bit of tissue. But again, we're going to cross sand it with the Yorkshire grit as well. So we'll get a nice piece. Let's get rid of all these. So nice coat of Yorkshire grit. Don't need to sand and seal it because obviously it's resin. So we don't need to worry about sand and sealing it. This is where you'll see the colours pop out of it. Look at that, some cool colours in there. Just speed up a little bit. So this should take us up to about 1,000 grit. So now you'll see the colours pop out of it. Look at that, some pretty colours in there. So I'm going to cross sand this, same as we did with the Abrasive. And hopefully I'll get rid of any scratches we've got in it. So we'll just buff that off. So that's the original. So now you can see the colours starting to pop. So we'll go over that with the microfine now. Hello, Governor's phone's ringing. Sorry, I gotta get this. Hello? What's the matter? Right, we're gonna have to wait until I finish the live and then we'll come pick you up. About another half hour. Alright. Alright, I'll get Mum to message you. Alright? Right, love you. Bye. Sorry about that. I think Nick's done a run. I'm all on my own now. Right, so microfine. Nice dose of microfine. Do exactly the same. Spend a bit of time buffing it in. This should take us up to about 2,000 grit. So gently work it in. Don't need to apply any pressure. Let the paste do the work. And again, we're going to cross sand this to so we're going to just buff this up. Hopefully get a nice shine on it. No, Michael and Christine, I won't be allowed back in the house like this. I'll have to strip in the lobby way. Alright, so we're going to stop the lathe. Just going to cross sand it the other way. So we're just going to cross sand it the other way. And this should get rid of any little fine scratches that are in it. So I'm just going to buff that up. I'm just going to buff it. just to get our shine on it. We'll see what it looks like. Mr. G's Woodworking. Hi, first time here. Big hello. Hello, Mr. G. How are you? Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy. And good to see you. What we got here? Steve, can you make a wooden base for it? Sit on? Yeah, I could do, Amy. I may do. I doubt I'll do it on the live, but I will do one for it. Thank you, Susie. Douglas Mann, question. Can you use micro mesh? Micro mesh is a little bit of a fictional grading. I don't personally think that micro mesh goes up to 120,000 grit. The reason I used to use micro mesh before I used Yorkshire grit, and I used to find a better finish with 2,000 wet and dry than I did 12,000 micro mesh, to be perfectly honest. So I think there's a little bit of exaggeration there. Casey just phoned. Apparently she can come home early because there's nothing for him to do. So I told you to message her when we're finished. All right, so you can just see in there a few little fine lines. So I'm just going to go over it again with the Yorkshire grit microfine, just to see if we can blow those, get rid of those lines out of there, really. So I'm going to go over it with microfine again. Like I say, you can just see the little tiny fine lines in the light. So we want a mirror finish. So we're going to concentrate on this lower part here where we've got the lines. And hopefully we can buff those lines out.
Back, sorry.
Before you've gone home.
No, I had to go and quickly do the washing. No, Christine, I'm not letting Steve back in the house like that.
That's what I just said after stripping the lobby away.
Did you answer Brent's question?
Which one? About you singing?
Would have to be stabilised.
No, no. I've made several wooden resin blanks and never stabilised it. It's obviously got to be dry. You don't want moisture in it because if you got moisture in it when you put the resin in, that'll turn white. So you really want it dry.
Did you see you got someone new on here?
Yes, Mr. G. Said hello and welcome.
You answered Douglas's question?
Yeah, about the micro mesh. Yep.
Susie put, imagine a large resin mouse in these colours. Chris said, Steve, make sure the cameras are off when you strip. Beard 16's on.
All right, Rich, how you doing, mate? All right, so let's see if we've got rid of them lines out of it this time. Like I say, before I used to use Yorkshire grit, I used to use wet and dry. I used to sand up to 2,000 wet and dry. That's perfect. Got rid of all them little lines out there now. So I'm just going to buff that up. So now we'll see the colours pop. So now you can see how the colours are coming through. You can see the orange, the red, the blue. What sort of the apple green? You can just see the apple green in there, the carrot orange, the crimson red, and the sky blues all on this front edge. So yeah, looks good. I like that. Looks good. I didn't actually pour it too early. I was all right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go over that with a piece of safety cloth. If I can find a piece. I'll put it all in my demo box now. I've got a new pack here somewhere. So I'm going to use a piece of safety cloth with some burnish and cream just to finish that off.
With stone and bones on.
Hi Heather, how are you? Pair of scissors. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut my safety cloths in half because I'm tight and I don't like to
Mr.
waste them.
G, want to know what speed you were spinning at?
I was spinning at about 2,400 RPM.
Amy said, great colour choice. To moi.
To moi. Don't give
Does look like a peacock, doesn't it?
that blue in there.
I love
Why is the blue right at the tip? Strange, isn't it?
Feels like paper, doesn't it?
Look, don't touch it because you'll take it in the house and blame me.
Yeah, especially as I mop the floor.
Right, so burnishing cream.
Squeaky clean.
Burnishing cream is just like a real fine cut and polish. Try and saturate your cloth. Whoops. Let it spin all over your bed, your lathe.
God's sake. That looks like a napkin.
Napkin, safety cloth. So we're going to just rub this in it, and it's just buffs it. It's just like a real fine tea cut.
Steve's got a short-sleeved Woodturning jacket. If you contact Level Workwear, they are very accommodating. And obviously on their website, I couldn't find anywhere that they said about doing short-sleeved ones. So I inquired, and they did. I mean, they're not the same price as the normal ones, but Steve wanted something for when the bit warmer weather's here, and he's not really really like the jackets, do you, mate? So
No, not one long sleeve. I don't like them down my arms.
So if you're after a short-sleeved one, give them a message and they'll sort you out. They do all different colours.
And my lovely wife bought it for me for my birthday.
That's all you had, weren't it?
No, it wasn't all I had at all. You spoiled me. But as they say, I'm worth it.
Maybe a bit debatable.
So as you can see, the resin is sharp because I just caught my finger on that end of the resin. And now it's bleeding everywhere. So just be careful.
Do you need a plaster or anything?
No, but resin will soak up.
Or super glue? Or...
Right, so just get the other side of that safety cloth. And we'll just buff it up now. And I do think that safety cloth gives you a better buff than tissue. So there you go, it really pops now. Look at the shine on that bad boy.
Well, if you drop it.
So it really does make it pop. So what we've got to do now is, wipe that off of there. So what we've got to do now is, we've got to part it without dropping it. Ooh.
Brian's
Ooh.
not saying much, is he?
It's very quiet.
Just need to make sure he's not passed out or anything.
He's in the corner crying, I think. Right, so I'm going to part this off now without trying to drop it and chipping it. So I'm going to do a relief cut underneath it first. Safety glasses first, Stephen. So I'm going to put a slight undercut on it so that it sits better on the tabletop. So a relief cut.
Wood Dude said now the weather's getting better, time for nude Woodturning day.
Ooh.
Imagine all that resin. Ooh.
I don't think the world's ready for that yet, Stephen. Not for me anyway.
Amy said you'd have to be careful what wood ended up getting turned.
So there it is. So I'll just sand the bottom up. Amy came up with an idea of putting it on a little wooden plaque. but not everybody wants the wooden plaque on them. But I've done a couple with a wooden plaque, haven't I?
Not many. I think the acorns on a wooden plaque. What's that?
Acorn.
No shush. I've got wasp. Oh, I've got bee.
Make your mind up.
There's a big bee.
Oh, sorry, he won't hurt you. Why is he going to
He's
hurt
gone
you?
under the bench. I think the one that's got the acorn in is on a plaque.
I ain't done with an acorn in it.
Not an acorn.
Conker.
No, not the conker. The other one.
Horse chestnut.
No, what's the other thing's called?
Bullet.
No, the other one.
Oh, God's
The black thing that you threw out the other day.
black thing I threw out the other day.
Them on that bowl.
Pine cones.
Pine cones, that's it.
Acorns.
Oh, shut up.
Acorns. Pine cones and acorns.
What's come out again? Oh!
Busy, busy
Stephen, that is
bumblebee.
huge.
That's what all the girls say.
Look.
Where? Oh,
What do you mean, bloody where?
Is that going to hurt you? Come on, Mr. Bumblebee.
Oh, look at you. Dragging that everywhere.
That way.
How did it get in?
Go that way.
Through the door.
You have to just live with it. It ain't going to hurt you. He's got more important things to do than worry about you. Right, stand the bottom of this up. If I was a wasp, I could understand you being frightened of it, but...
Yeah, but it's too noisy. Now I can't really see the chat.
Chat's over here.
I'm going to have to. Brian said, you're selling this mess and danger of cutting myself. What next?
You'll be fine, Brian.
Glenn's on.
Hi, Glenn. How you doing? Right, so I'm going to sand this up to 400. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of polish on the bottom of that.
Steve said bottom again. Yeah, you missed it, Glenn. He said, did you use grit?
Yeah,
Wood Dude's got a question. Steve, do you ever use the nub on a glue chuck after parting off as a base?
Sometimes. Not very often, but sometimes.
Heather said, my 85-year-old mum helped me mix some resin a few weeks ago and I turned an egg, gave it to her yesterday and she loves it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we've got Matt's Wood Shop.
Hi, Matt. How you doing? Welcome.
Looks good and I love the colours. Happy Easter.
Who's that from? Matt?
Matt. I've not heard him on before.
Oh, welcome, Matt.
Oh, go out, B. It's trying to get out. Go out. The way you come. Go. Yes, go. It's gone.
Shut the door.
No, because I better hot in here.
So, just gently sand that up. You could put a little bit of felt on the bottom of it, or you could, I'm just going to leave it natural. It's always nice to give to other people, I think. Makes people feel warm and cozy inside. Hence why I gave Brian a bit of resin.
Got some bad news for you.
What?
I'm going to do it live.
What?
We're getting a rabbit.
We're not.
We are.
We're not.
We are.
All right, I'll shoot it.
We're getting a mini lop rabbit.
Where you getting? Where you putting that then?
It's going in Casey's bedroom.
God, that smell nice.
If she wants it.
Oh, what, a lot of things, but...
That's what she wants for her birthday. Oh no, what have I done?
I'll go get a rabbit out of the field.
No, she wants a baby one.
Oh, I can get her a baby one, all right?
No, she wants one that stays a baby.
Jesus.
That's gone now, Roy. Poor thing. I just don't like it. Didn't like the idea of it being stuck in there.
Anybody think that was a tarantula, Roy, how she was jumping around?
No, not yet. Glenn, I was a bit silly yesterday. I had a Disaronno and Coke before having anything to eat. Went straight to my head.
So the last one more, 600, and like I say, I'll just get a bit of Yorkshire grit and just polish the bottom up a little bit.
Roy said in your workshop, Steve.
Nope, no chance there, Roy.
No, it's going to be a house rabbit.
And I can stay in the bedroom and all.
Dr. Bob's on. Happy Easter all. Giving is what Easter is all about.
Hi, Dr. Bob, how are you?
No, Chris. He said rabbit is nice with carrots, Steve.
It is nice with carrots.
It's not. It's ever so cute.
It's nice with bacon and wrapped in bacon and all.
Anything. I don't know if the colour she wants.
Right, so that sums up to 400 grit on the bottom there. So I'm just going to get a little bit microfine grit. Just rub over that quickly. Excuse me. So just a little bit of a Yorkshire grit microfine, just to smooth that out a little more. There's no humps in it, but just to finish it off, really give it a little bit of a sheen. So there we go. Just get a clean cloth just to buff that up with. Put the lid back on that before we get dirt in it. So I'll get my cloth back out and just give that a buff. So let's get a bit of wood and stick on a bit of wood and see what it look like. Tailstock. So there we go. There it is. Can you see it? It's a bit blurry. Let's focus it in a bit better. So there it is. There's my. Actually, it looks better there because it's got more colours in it. That bit there's got more colours in it.
Roy said I collected a swarm yesterday, Nikki, and would estimate there's at least 40,000 bees.
Blimey, go.
What? I'm frozen.
You're frozen. Let it go. Let my smock off. I'll bring it over to the other camera. Oh, got a mess. Good job you're going to hoover this workshop up tonight, Nick.
I'm not doing that. I've got enough to do in the house. What was I
Right,
doing?
so let's have a look at this. Right, so here we go. Here she is.
Oh, thank God that's over.
If you can see the
Is he
colours.
asleep?
So you can see the oranges and you can see the blues. See the bit of chrisman in there, a bit of the orange, green, blue. I don't know all the blues at the top, but it is. But anyway, there's my Easter Sunday egg. So
it's obviously heavy. No?
no, it weighs a little bit less than what I did when it started with it. Blue pigment heavy, you mean?
Yeah.
So anyway, there's the egg. There's the egg. I'll stick some pictures up on social media after the live once I've cleared the mess up, because obviously cameras never give it the justice that it deserves. If I'd have took a little bit more of this off the edge here, we'd have had a few more colour definitions in there. Because the reason being is because as the resin cures, it obviously generates heat, so it swirls, and that's why you end up with all the swirly patterns in the bottom and the top, but on the sides it doesn't really, obviously that stays cool on the side, so it just swirls in the middle. That's why you never know exactly what you're going to get until you start cutting into it. But I'm happy with that. I like that. It's really nice. Some nice colours in there. The yellow's more gone goldy colour than staying yellow, which is not a problem. But no, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, it does look. I didn't want to put yellow in it, so I blame you.
What, you don't want to put yellow in it?
I didn't want to put yellow in it.
I need it. I know, but I like yellow. Yellow's a nice colour. It's a nice, vibrant, happy colour. So let's put these in the drawer out of the way. Put that in the bin. That goes in the bin. That goes in the bin. So yes. So thank you very much for coming and joining us. Hopefully Brian's going to do his Easter Monday egg tomorrow. Hopefully. Hey Brian.
Not commenting much, Steve. I think someone needs to make sure he's not fell over.
He'll be fine. Thank you very much, everybody, for your lovely comments. As always,
You need to read.
you guys are the best, simply the best, as they say. So there's no Battle of the Makers and no special guest airworm this month. The reason being it's a busy month because obviously it was my birthday last weekend. That's my daughter's birthday next weekend. We were supposed to do Battle of the Makers next Saturday, no, next Friday. But it's my daughter's 17th birthday, so I've decided to not do it. I believe, or Brian said about covering it, but whether he will or not, I don't know.
Depends if he's recovered from the
Yeah.
resin one.
Depends if he's recovered. Hopefully, Brian will cover it. So this month's a little bit busy. So no Battle of the Makers next
Oh,
Friday.
Shane Hurst has just come on.
Hi Shane, how you
Shane.
doing? And then obviously no special guest airworm.
Brian, where are you?
But we'll be back to normal in May, hopefully. It's a bit quiet month in May.
Good job, Steve. Have a blank here I could send you.
Who's that?
Brian.
My chat's a little bit behind.
Brian, that's quite a while ago, but that'll come right back to you.
So like I say, I won't be here next Friday. Obviously, be back Sunday, hopefully. But yeah, not a problem with that.
And hopefully said egg video, Steve. Just reminding you.
Thank you. So yeah, Brian's covering next Friday, so he's a good man. So yeah, it's good, very good. So as you guys may or may not know, I did my first live face-to-face demo on Wednesday night. Really enjoyed it. Really did enjoy it. And it was good. It's just that different interaction. I mean, I love doing the lives with you guys, but it's just that different interaction to see people's reactions on their face. And the booing and hissing is great as well because it gives you something to banter with. So Mark and Terry could do it, Steve. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Anyway, yeah. So I did my first live.
But of course, I'm going to cover it.
True live on Wednesday night, and the good thing is I've been asked to do a couple more, so that's even better. So hopefully they're going to start taking off. I do enjoy them. I do enjoy doing the live, so that's really good. Just one more thing before I go. New hashtag, or a couple of things. New hashtag week will be the 1st to the 5th. That's the first Sunday of May. So we'll do that. So keep an eye out for that. The hashtag video, what is today's, will go up today at 5 o'clock. So make sure you go and check that out. And also up to the 22nd of April, if anybody wants any Chuck Buddies or any other buddy range, I've done 10% off my Made Me store just in case you want it, just to save a few quid. So the link's in the top of the page, but if not, if the link is in the description as well. If you want the 10% off on exit and checkout in the promotion area or a coupon area, just put Easter 2022 and that will knock 10% off the product. Obviously, you can't knock it off the postage, but it knocks it off the product. So other than that, I think I'm about done. So thank you very much for coming and joining myself and Nick. I will show the hashtag week video again, and hope you all have a great rest of your Easter weekend and enjoy your week. And I will see you a week today. So anyway, guys, have a great time. Speak to you soon, and bye for now. Say bye, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
That's all, folks.